Now, Betty Driver's well into her 80s.
She is,
and she was driving herself to work. That can't be right. I mean, she's the most famous actress in England. You wouldn't catch Judi Dench driving her own car.
No, not the Dane. By God, no. She'd be carried in 4 strong men. Yes, absolutely.
And you'd be one of them, wouldn't you?
By God, would I ever. Let's talk a little bit, too, about King Lear, which you're doing. I talked to Trevor Nunn the other day, and he was saying that he's going to direct you in Lear.
He is.
We talked about this in the various interviews we've done over the years about it's kind of approaching you all the time. I mean, in that sense, is it obligatory to an actor like you to do it? Is it the ultimate test?
I think it's thought to be, and if you've done as much Shakespeare as I have, it's just assumed, you know, that when you're a lad you'll play Hamlet and Romeo, which I did, and then a bit older you'll play the middle-aged parts, and then when you get into your late 60s, it's now or never for King Lear. And Ralph Richardson, you know, the wonderful, wonderful actor, who, said to a friend of mine, he said, you're going along one day and the sun's out in the sky and the birds are tweeting, and there's nothing wrong with your life at all. You couldn't be happier singing a merry song, and then, oh, you find you've got your foot caught in a Lear. And that's what I've done. I've got my foot caught in a Lear, really, and, but I'll be all right with Trevor, and we're going to do it in Stratford, and then we're going right round the world. We're going to Australia, we're going to Melbourne and New Zealand and Singapore. And...
But I mean, I mean, when people talk about it, they always say, "Oh, it's very demanding, physically." I mean, just why is it so demanding? What does it demand of you?
Well, you're playing an 80-year-old man for a start,
yes.
And so you're imagining yourself into that that frame of mind, but he's an old man who is discovering life for the first time, the reality of life, what it is to really love his family and love the people he's been bossing around all his life as king. So there's a lot of emotion going on, and you're stirring that up and using your own experiences as well, yes, as imagining his. And then on top of that, it's a very long part. And then you get into the storm, blow winds and crack your cheeks, rage, blow, and you've got to have enough breath to get through all this, and usually the director puts in a lot of thunder, and you're shouting against all that. So you are given gaps. Shakespeare is very kind, and he lets you have a rest in the dressing room about halfway through. But yes, it's just simply the depth of the emotion and the length of the part.
And
really.
so there's a physical aspect. You also never watch a film that you're in. You don't normally.
No, I had to watch that.
You did watch
because
it.
I went to Taormina and watched it.
Oh, Taormina.
On that huge screen, which is about twice the size of the studio, and Mount Etna behind it.
Isn't that setting something else?
It's staggering. So, but you're very large on it, aren't you?
Yes, I'm
There's no way of missing. Shut one eye. I mean, there's no way of missing it. It's right in your face.
Well, why don't you like seeing yourself on screen?
You know why I don't like it, Michael.
Why?
Because...
Why?
You know. Because I'm this... You know, right? I'm this 5'10", tall, willowy blonde, and I can't bear seeing a dwarf come on. I see it all the time.
I mean, you really think you're hideous on screen?
Yes, and also, you know, the choices you make when you play a part, you know, it's... I've said before, it's like that huge console in front of you, that you press so many buttons, you think, shall I do a bit of that and a bit of that, and you put it together, and you imagine that it's going to be... in your mind, it's different from what you see on the screen. You think, well, if I had known it was going to be like that, I wouldn't have done that. And yet I can't also bring myself to go and see the dailies either. I couldn't do that. I'd never go back the next day.
We don't.
No.
So, I mean, why become a... That begs the question, why become an actor?
It's a way of hiding.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? It's that?
Yes, it is. You know, it's like doing this show is much, much more frightening to me than doing King Lear. You don't want a bit of King Lear now, do you?
I'm old enough. I'm growing into the part.
Play those two girls.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be a frightening thought, wouldn't it? That really would be a frightening thought, yeah? Speaking of which, I mean, you're now approaching your 70th birthday.
And you.
I mean... Yes, but I wasn't being accusatory at all. I mean,
no, you were. You said it, though. I'm approaching my 50th birthday.
Listen, you have great difficulty in actually disputing that because it will become public knowledge soon, because there's a book being published by all your admirers to celebrate your 70th birthday, which is the only reason I brought it up. Otherwise, I would not have mentioned it, Dame Judi.
thank you.
Said he lying swiftly. But really, what comes through in the book, which I've read, but you're not allowed to read it yet, is this wonderful knack you have of not taking yourself seriously, of taking the job seriously, but not yourself.
Didn't Johnny Depp say about 3 days ago, it's a child's job? And I thought,
right?
oh, that's a brilliant thing to say.
Is
Because
that
in a
right?
way it is.
Yes.
It's a serious child's job. And it's wonderful if you're lucky enough to be able to do it and you like doing it.
Yes.
You know, I run to work in the morning.
Yes.
4:45. But, you know, that we mustn't take ourselves too seriously.
There are also
I
two...
don't want to work with anyone who hasn't got a sense of humour.
No, well, that's the important thing about having the sense of humour, and you've got a very highly developed one. So tell us a couple of stories about this sort of sense. I mean, to start with, you're rather accident-prone, aren't you?
Yes, I've just had a fall 3 weeks ago.
You did?
Mm.
What
I was
about
off for film
fall?
for a week.
Really?
Yes, I fell down some stairs. And they thought I'd smashed my hip bone. But as you see, I haven't.
No.
And what about when you're doing Midsummer Night's Dream on the fireman?
And the
What was
fireman.
that story?
That was the film of A Midsummer Night's
film.
Dream. After we'd done it at Stratford, we did a film of it, which also I've never seen. I don't think you should either, actually. It rained. We were at Compton Verney in Warwickshire, and we had no clothes on at all, just a few leaves stuck in there. And there was one glorious day when it was meant to rain, and they had to they didn't, so they got the firemen in. So we had dressing gowns on, and suddenly we took the dressing gowns off, and we stood there, and the rain, which was meant to come all over us, went all over the shop like this. You know, this man, the head of the fireman, shouted, "Keep your eyes on your work," he said. And this boy said, "I am, sir, I am."
I went to see you. And then you go to Stratford, where, in fact, you spent many, many happy years with Michael when you were
Yes.
with the part of the company there.
Yes, it's
that
lovely
must
to
that
go
must
back.
bring back great memories for you there.
It does bring back great memories, and what is lovely is that we're going to be doing this musical before the old theatre closes.
Yeah, that's right.
Before they do the alterations.
Yes.
And there are some things that are going to be kept about the theatre, but many things that are going to be changed. But we're going to be the very last night that we play will be the last night in that theatre.
That's wonderful.
Which, you know, for years I went in the 50s and saw Michael Redgrave and Peggy Ashcroft and Marius Goring and Paul Robeson. And, you know, I love the thing of continuance.
Yes.
That somehow, you know, you know that within those walls, all that has happened and all those people have been.
Yes.
And you're lucky enough to be part of
Be
it.
part of it. Are there any particular memories that you have of being there, of playing there?
I remember with Ian McKellen playing Macbeth up there.
And you played Lady Macbeth.
I did, but not in the big theatre. That was in the other place, you
Yes,
know, when
yes.
it was just a corrugated iron roof and a lot of cracks and wind coming in through places and everyone sitting around. And a very good thing happened, that Roger Rees broke his ankle. And we had no understudies for Macbeth. And Roger Rees was playing Malcolm. So because it was so heavily booked, that we decided that we'd have to do it. So we somehow adapted it so that he came on in a wheelchair. And we all sat round in this huge circle at the beginning. And he was pushed, and he was just gently pushed on. And then Griffith Jones, who played Duncan, was helped by two people up into the middle of this circle. And then one of the witches, Susie Dury, used to drag her foot slightly and dribble slightly. And she pulled herself around. And as Mari Keane, who played one of the witches, passed me, she said, "It's the Lord's production."